Let's talk about something that doesn't get discussed enough. Why do companies say they want top talent but refuse to pay for potential? I've seen this happen more times than I can count. A company has an opening for a manager. The salary range is $70,000. A candidate interviews well, showing great promise for the role. They're intelligent, they're motivated, they're coachable. They're ready for the opportunity. But leadership says, well, they've never officially held the title before. So instead of paying them $70,000, they offer $62,000. Why? Because they're paying for experience instead of paying for capability. Now fast forward a year. That same manager is outperforming managers making $85,000. They're hitting occupancy goals, they're improving collections, they're developing their teams, they're solving problems, they're producing results. Suddenly everyone is talking about how great they are. But nobody is talking about the fact that they were underpaid from day one. Here's the problem. Companies often use past titles to determine future value. Great leaders evaluate potential. Just because someone hasn't held the title doesn't mean they can't perform at the level. Every regional manager had to become a regional manager for the first time. Every community manager had to become a community manager for the first time. Every vice president had a first opportunity. If someone can do the job, why are we paying them based on what they've never done instead of what they're capable of doing? The same thing happens when companies focus too heavily on degrees, certifications, and credentials while overlooking proven experience. Now, don't get me wrong. There are professions where credentials are absolutely necessary. I don't want my attorney learning law on the job. And I certainly don't want my surgeon performing their first operation without the proper education. But many leadership, management, operational, and business roles are different. In those roles, experience often teaches lessons that no classroom can. A certificate can teach a process, a degree can teach a theory, but experience teaches judgment. Experience teaches decision-making. Experience teaches how to lead through adversity. Experience teaches how to manage conflict. I've seen people with impressive credentials struggle to lead a team. And I've seen people without a degree become some of the most effective leaders in an organization. Why? Because leadership is not measured by what's hanging on a wall. It's measured by what happens when challenges show up. Can you solve problems? Can you develop people? Can you make decisions? Can you produce results? The best leaders understand that credentials may open the door, but performance determines whether you stay in the room. Too often, companies underestimate people because they don't have the preferred degree, the preferred certification, or the preferred title. Then those same people go on to outperform everyone's expectations. Sometimes the most valuable person in the room is the one whose resume doesn't look perfect, but whose results speak for themselves. What's even worse is what happens next. The company realizes they have a star performer, but now they're paying them significantly below market. To correct the problem, leadership has to either make a substantial adjustment or risk losing that employee to a competitor who recognizes their value. Many organizations are far quicker to hire externally at market rate than they are to properly compensate the person already delivering results. That's a leadership problem, not a budget problem. If performance is exceeding expectations, compensation should reflect it. Because eventually, top performers figure out their value, and when they do, someone else will be willing to pay for it. The best organizations don't just hire talent, they recognize it early, they invest in it, and they compensate it fairly. Because potential has value, results have value. And waiting until someone threatens to leave before correcting their pay is not a retention strategy. It's damage control. Stop paying people for who they used to be. Start paying them for the value they're creating today. Because potential deserves opportunity and performance deserves compensation. Have you experienced this in your career? Share your thoughts in the comments and follow us for more career growth and leadership content.